Oculus, begin transmission.
Transmission commencing.
TeslaCon is full of surprises. Its attendees help to create this world where anything is possible. There seems to be something to see around every corner, with people not content to simply watch from the sidelines. Whether it's a discreet concert tucked away in an alcove, or a stunning costume that seems to say, "I made this, appreciate me." Steampunk is even in the simplest of things here. And as we play together and learn from one another, we remember what's important: to have fun together. For some, steampunk is all about dressing to the nines, and for others, it's about taking their favorite parts of other fandoms and creating a new hybrid of the two genres. Crazy inventions seem to be everywhere, taking things we know and twisting them to our own ends. Like being trapped in a parallel world where, although you understand what you're looking at, you've never seen it in quite this way. Countless hours were spent to bring their visions to life. These are the makers, and they are armed to the teeth. In this video, I will introduce you to just a few of these interesting people, so they can show you their creations and perhaps inspire you as they did me. Their story is what steampunk is all about, and it all starts right here.
What's your name?
Thaddeus Cogsworth.
That is Cogsworth. And do you have a website or anything like that?
We have our Occam's Razor.
Occamsrazor.us.
So how long have you been doing steampunk fabrications?
5 years now, maybe.
And you actually fabricated all these things. They're not found objects like somebody.
Yeah, my hat I purchased. There's items I like to buy stuff when I can, but yeah, I'm kind of particular about exactly what I want. So most of what I've got, I've fabricated.
And tell me, what's the story behind your outfit today?
I'm the ship's engineer. The idea that I need power for my instrumentation. So I have a sort of symbiotic relationship with lava elemental, and I keep him safe, and he supplies me with power.
What's the story with the eye? What is the eye?
One of my jobs is keeping track of the crew, and that is the visual part to display their locations on my radar.
And your iPod.
This is my interpersonnel oratory device. It is it's my communicator, to where I can call up to the ship or down to the mining crew, depending on where I'm at. So I would make a call to the captain, but as you can see, the reception is dreadful here. I keep trying, but she's not answering, and I don't think there's any point in it. You're seeing behind the curtain.
So that screwdriver is making all this motion here.
Yeah, it moves his head, moves his arm, and it runs a weather vane.
Your hidden words?
Yeah, I'm gonna see behind the curtain.
Hello, sir. What's your name?
I'm Claude McDonald, go by the nom de steam of Claudius Vandergraaf of the Circle City Aerodrome.
And who's your friend?
This is my erstwhile companion Babbage. He's my assistant and my little friend.
So tell me, how did he come to be?
Well, I had originally bought a kit of a stuffed ferret last year and animated him, and it was such a big hit that I made Babbage here with more capabilities and more expansion, because now the batteries are internal and he's more room for expansion, and his own outfit and apparently personality.
I think I saw you last night with the octopus.
Yes.
Is this guy run by Arduino?
Yeah, they're both run by an Arduino, and he has 4 servos, 5 if you count his wings, and that his wings open and close too. And they get me in the face most of the time. So that's why we don't open his wings.
Oh, that's terrific.
It's like, so at this point he's completely random, but you wouldn't know that by start assigning motives and emotions to him, like, because they start thinking that that I'm manipulating him, and but he's on his own.
So you just did a set of movements, and
We just programmed a set of random movements and random speeds, and it's like he's got 3 servos in the neck. One works his tail, and the other works his wings.
That's just terrific, sir. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
Hello, sir. What's your name?
They know me as Dr. Mike.
Dr. Mike, you've made these wonderful sculptures here. Can you tell me about them?
Well, there was a couple that are actually inspired by actual pieces, such as that small one there was a military piece that the U.S. military came up with, but then decided against it because there was no suspension. So they didn't want to basically put men into a ball and roll it down a hill. But the concept was, quite, an interesting. It was electric, and the outsides would spin while the center would stay stationary. It's just the fact that it would be going over rough terrain didn't quite work well with having a crew, so they scrapped that whole idea.
So it was an actual military project?
Yes.
It just got scrapped?
Yep. It was like late in the 1890s they came up with it. It was called the tumbleweed.
Okay. So tell me, what do you make these out of?
Various parts. I do vacuum form and also some moldings, castings.
So the really classic modeling techniques.
Yep.
Where do you draw your inspiration for some of these other ones? The walkers are especially amazing to me.
Well, these were actually kind of a idea I got inspired by some paper models I've actually seen. But they weren't quite as detailed, but they, I'm like, I can steampunk these.
And are you a big Doctor Who fan? That's
Yes.
Two dialects there.
Yep. And wearing my TARDIS key. And fezzes, because fezzes are cool. And bow ties are cool.
I agree. Well, thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
What's your name, sir?
Walter Latendre. Actually, Walter Latan.
And you're on YouTube as well, right?
Yes, I'm on YouTube as Professor Waldo.
Professor
And
Waldo.
I have videos on there of some instruments I've made. I write and sing my own songs. I occasionally play guitar. Not very well, but I do play.
And tell me about this guitar you have here.
This is called the Recyclophonic Melody Transducer. It's made completely from recycled parts. A lot of these parts are, these are old gas light fittings from the turn of the century. We have an old door escutcheon plate. These horns are parts from old candle holders. The body of the guitar itself used to be a kerosene lantern. The neck is made of the pallet wood, a piece of pallet that I cut and fit to the neck. The neck is made out of some lamp parts. The middle section is made from the leg of a tripod, an old camera tripod. So you can extend this out here if you want to extend your notes. The tuners are old miniature faucets, obviously. I have 2 tuners up here, and then the third tuner is back here, another water valve, gas valve. And it's electrified, so you can play it with an amplifier.
Yeah, you've
got a
plug right
jack right there. And all good guitars have a speed control. You know, if you want to play fast or slow.
Sure.
You don't want to be stuck at one speed. And the sound is pretty subdued because it's a metal body, so it's not really loud. But when you plug it in, well, it's hard to hold here. It's pretty heavy. So that's, we've got some sound holes here. This is also another old gas light fixture, or part of one.
Wow.
So you just take a bunch of parts and glue them together. And
How long did it take you to create that?
I really don't know, because it was a little at a time. I would guess a couple $100.
Well, thank you very much, sir. It was good to see you.
Sure. Nice meeting you, Sean.
Bye.
Bye now.
What's your name, sir?
Gordon Weatherby, Professor.
Tell me about your kit here.
This is my time machine repair kit. I am on call 2424 yesterday. So if you need to get a hold of me, send a retroactive telegram, I think would probably work best. So all the things I need to repair time machines are here in my kit.
Oh, tell me about it.
Let's see, we have ubiquitous sonic screwdriver,
Right?
phlogiston injector, probes, spanners, wrench. Let's see, Mesmer's diagnostic oculus, very indispensable. Over here we have a spare Tesla battery in case we need to power up. Not all time machines are mechanically made, so we also carry spare crystals, also very handy if you end up on a Federation starship. Over here we have the Rawson Laboratories Mechanical Assistant, steam-powered nanotechnology. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Also we have Abacus, very handy in calculating your bill, unaffected by time distortion. And if the unthinkable should occur and your neutrino furnace goes dark, we can always reignite it using Atlantean orichalcum lucifers.
Wow.
That little bead on the end there, that's the orichalcum. This bit in the middle is actually a ceramic buffer to keep from burning your fingers off.
Okay.
And there you have it.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Learn Morse code. You type here, and then it transmits as Morse code from our airship Albion. And then this is the Buffler, which is the personal odor modification device, which is a backpack that you wear. It's a bit awkward, but you place this down your trousers, and then it buffles any sounds and makes everything smell like roses. We say better manners through science. And they're both from this book, if you'd like to take a card. This was just published a few weeks ago. It's Albion 7.7. The book is called Thaddeus Shock Pocket and Albion 7.7.
Thank you.
So if you crank in the other direction, the Leyden jars actually have a positive and negative charge. So as you actually go in the opposite direction, it needs to overcome that initial charge. So that's why if we keep cranking in the same direction, they're already primed. So you'll see the sparks happening almost immediately at that point in time. But these brushes pick up the excess electrons. They get basically discharged or stored basically in these capacitive Leyden jars. And when the differential between the charges are enough, it actually jumps the gap over there. Brought to you by Clan McCracken.
One thing to about is after they've completely done.
Anything that sparks makes us happy.
But you can see it. I know someone who fills any portion of the grind line and fills it wrong.
Jim, you know more about it than I do.
Oh, about this?
Yes.
Right?
I'm going to turn it off though.
Yeah. That's fine.
smoke is intentional.
Okay, that was.
There's a smoke machine inside.
I was not going to judge him down for that, but I understood your concern.
Smoke is intentional. Yeah, so there's a smoke machine inside. It's supposed the blowers aren't working. The smoke's supposed to come building out the side. This is a time machine that was made by Tim, and I'm blanking on his last name. Harrison. Thank you. Wow, that's bad. He's in my fleet. He's going to bug me for that. But this was used in the Terra Mysterium play on Wednesday or Thursday night. It is got a functional Jacob's ladder, the globes on the side, and all sorts of dials and fun things on the front to allow it to travel through time.
My name is Thaddeus T. Boilermaker, and this is my second TeslaCon. What we have here is the Electrified gauntlet, powered by Tesla's electrical transmissions. It gives your punch a little bit of electricity, flowing through the fuses and switch up through the electrical wires. It actually powers the brass rivets, so that when you punch somebody, it electrocutes them, creates a circuit.
Oh, that's cool.
Transmission complete.